What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Top 10s video. Today we're going to be covering my favorite top 10 Mega Level class Digimon. This list will not pertain rookies, not champions, not ultimates, not Jogresses hopefully, and or may contain burst modes, but then again that's a separate topic. So, I got 30 seconds to talk about each individual Digimon and why I like him. But since there were a lot of Mega Levels, I decided to count up 5 for what is known as honorary mentions. Our first honorary mention is Wargreymon X. Wargreymon X actually debuted back in the Digimon World 4 video game, as well as the 8th installment movie, Digimon the Movie X. This design shows that this is a Wargreymon that was altered with the antibody X, which is basically a element to resist Yggdrasil. His design is still badass. Also, the same game, Cloudus Angemon. Basically, same thing. It's a Keyblade wielding slash Angemon variant of the Angemon line. More for healing and all the other factor, but the big Keyblade. I always think Kingdom Hearts for this guy. Debuts in Digimon World 4, and I like him because he's able to wield a big key. Design-wise, 6 out of 10. The third honorary mention up is Pheromon, mainly due to his role in both Digimon World 4 and Digimon World 3 being the first actual boss you fight. And he technically isn't really the first boss you actually fight. He's first boss for Digimon World 3. Officially, yes. But still, who doesn't love a mummy and pharaohs with the pyramids? Fourth honorary mention up is Slash Angemon himself. This Digimon alone, with blades for arms, always reminds me of Sneemon, but his model, nonetheless, is still very gorgeous. Especially with his steel wings, he always reminds me of Skarmory, and he always has a spot in my heart just for that. And then now for the final honorary mention is actually going to be a surprise for you, as it was for me. It's, wait for it, Yggdrasil himself. Haha, had you going. Yggdrasil is actually an entity with the classification of 9,000, who is still in a form of a mega level, who was the main plot for Digimon World 4, the movie, Digimon the Movie X, as well as also in the Digimon Savers series. So it had a big role in just about any place and anywhere, coming in many different forms, especially in its key piece in the manga where basically Yggdrasil has a norm form. And this is basically the freed version, which always had me wondering, So hang on. Sheesh. Alright, so now for the actual top 10. Beginning with Zombamon. Zombamon is the zombie swordsman Digimon, which wielding 2 blades, one is a I think it was a Boketsu, and one was a Kotetsu in his left. A zombie samurai ranging from mainly from old times, and definitely the biggest pain in the butt for Digimon World since Bulbmon, in terms of being not able to beat him once and you have to get a smelly herb. Number 9 being Apollomon, one of the 12 Olympic Digimon of its class, has a Wisp form, which I only count for this form mainly because it's a deity of the sun, and it means in terms of raw authority and power, which always makes me wonder as to why someone like him could have fallen so low in Fusion. Kinda sad, really. Number 8 is Sakuyamon. This one in particular is the Shroud Maiden form, which appeals more to its charisma. Mainly because Sakuyamon is a shaman-based class Digimon, which is used as a banishment in exorcisms. and also mainly due because of is stronger than its Kisukaha-mon form, but still. Number 7, Metal Garurumon X. This one in particular, Metal Garurumon X, is because of its arm battery and artillery that it portrays. Debuts back in Digimon the Movie X and Digimon World 4. Which this piece here is a lot more sexy, as they say, because who doesn't like a wolf with guns and pellets, right? Alrighty, so now we're going up to number 6, actually one of my favorites. Galacticmon himself. Galacticmon being the final boss of Digimon World 2003. Second final boss. Kurt was the actual first final boss. Mainly due to the fact that this guy here, you fight 3 different forms. You fight the tail, and then you fight the body, which leaves you down to 1 HP, and then it learns the last attack you used and spams it in terms of power. Number 5, Black Wargreymon X. Mainly because of its Wargreymon X design, as well as its black, silver, and red colors, which are my favorite colors. Which the claws on its arm are supposed to be about as strong as its Draymon Slayers, but combined into 3 different blades, enough to penetrate a winged dragon like a stick of butter. Number 4, Byozamon, who is also mainly one of the 7 sins of the digital world, an entity of which represents gluttony, which gluttony can be for hungry for power, which was demonstrated in Season 3, whose burst mode is basically a bigger gun on its right arm with wings, and it has an X form which allows it to have 2 different color wings, and in its fusion form is a lot different. Number 3 is actually, you're probably going to be wondering why did I put this one here, Gold Numemon, mainly because this is it's a holy turd. But yes, I love this guy as it terms. In Digimon World Data Squad, he's considered a champion, but he's actually considered a mega level in the canon line. But still, this guy was one of the biggest pieces that made me rich and laugh to my heart. Number 2, Lilithmon or Lilamon. Basically, this is also another deity of sin. This one is for lust, which mainly for appeal's sake. You probably understand why I picked this one. There's not really much to say for this one, and she kind of drew the short stick mainly in Digimon Fusion, and the voice actor for Digimon World Data Squad. Oh my god. Number 1, Chaos Lord. My personal favorite Mega Class Digimon, mainly because this is actually one of the more original looking Digimon in its franchise. Mainly due to the fact that they took this form and they gave it to Machine Dramon and called it Chaos Dramon. But Chaos Lord is the first original term for actually being a ascension from Machine Dramon, which was hinted in the first Digimon World, where you got to fight basically mainly a Machine Dramon at the end, and then you get to fight its ascension, which could be classified as the actual first official burst mode in the actual series. But this was back before burst modes were considered canon, so Chaos Lord is just a ascended mega level. So, either way, that's basically all the top 10s for that list. So now, tomorrow I will be working on, because I've had a lot of storms here, I'll be working on a new project here, which I'm going to show you a little glimpse here. Project Cyber Sleuth. I'm going to be doing that starting tomorrow, so I hope that you'll be looking forward to it as soon as I also get some of my other equipment in through the mail. So then, if your favorite Digimon was not on here, maybe it's in a different playlist, because I still have a few more top 10s to cover. Up next will be actually top 5s for Jogresses next, or top 5 and top 10 burst modes. And then I'll go down to top 10 in training and then baby type Digimon. So, as always, I'll see you next video.